Hi everybody, welcome to this 2-minute techie tip designed to improve teacher productivity and enhance student learning. Our goal is to focus on creativity, collaboration, communication, and critical thinking in the classroom. So let's get to this techie tip on basic calendar functionality. I'm logged into our Google apps domain as this teacher, and I'm in the calendar app. This should look familiar to everybody. I have my calendars tab over here, and I have an other calendars tab. Whenever I create calendars myself, or really have calendars that are shared specifically with me, as an owner, they're going to show up here, but other calendars shared with me and used within Google Apps can show up here. They're really basically the same, but a couple of things that we want to remember. Because my name for this user is Teacher Test, my color is green, and if I want to use this calendar to just create an event, I can just click anywhere, and then I can say dentist appointment. I probably want to edit this event and get a couple of more details. For instance, I'm going to say that it will start at 4:30, but it's really going to go until 5 o'clock. I can choose that it will be all day or repeat for every other week, or Monday, Wednesday, Fridays. It's pretty robust. It's a great calendar. But here's the big deal. A lot of teachers get mixed up with using the calendar because of this tab. And here, if I just put in, if I put in something here, I have to choose which calendar, and as you add calendars to your domain, you're going to have certain calendars to choose from. So right now it's pretty simple, but I'm going to add a calendar to this user, and then later on in another screencast we're going to see how that can be kind of tricky. All right, so I have my dentist appointment here, but I do know that I can even move that, and I can just expand it right within the calendar view. That's a pretty good process, and it really is a very well done calendar and useful for any kind of a application. So now let's look and see, how would I create another calendar if I am this user? Right here, as I showed you, I have a tab, and if you look at this little drop down, all right, I have an option to create a new calendar. So let's just say home room calendar, and I'm going to create this for a couple of other staff people that we're going to share this calendar. So I'm going to give it a name. I could put in a description. I really don't have to change any of the settings here. I can choose to make this calendar public so everybody in the world can see it, which, for a calendar I really don't have a whole lot of concerns for. Sometimes that makes life easier. But then on occasion, I might want to just share it with specific people. So if it's really just going to be an internal calendar that no one else could see. So here I could choose just a couple of users that they will be able to share this calendar with me. And I can choose which settings, if I want them to just be able to see events. That might be some way that I'd share this with parents, or make changes and manage sharing. This gives people the most rights. And here, then if I am set, I am going to, I'm going to create a calendar, and it's right at the bottom. I want to make sure that everybody can see. So right at the bottom there. And then here, under my calendars now, I have a home room calendar. And notice, of course, green and red. So now when I make a new event, let's say open house, and I want to tie that to my shared calendar, my homeroom calendar, not my green personal calendar. Here's where I was just mentioning that you have to make sure that you choose which calendar you're posting this to. Because right now from this view, the only, oh, and I didn't save that, open house. And I want to put that on the homeroom calendar, and I'm going to create the event, and actually we'll make that much longer so we can see that. All right, so I have a green and a red event. Green means that's my personal calendar. Red means that that is visible on the homeroom calendar, and anyone that I choose to share with can see that event. Now sometimes if I have 5 or 6 calendars, it can get a little messy, so I know that I can uncheck my colors here, and essentially that means none of my events go away, but it helps my view. So if I want to only look at my homeroom calendar events, I make sure that this color tab is showing. And then I see all of my events related to this calendar. If I only want to see my personal calendar, I uncheck that color tab, and then I will only see the events associated with this color or this calendar. All right, so the last part of this techie tip is going to be, how can I show this calendar? I want to embed this homeroom calendar in a Google site. All right, not too tricky. I just need to really remember that this is a home called homeroom calendar, and I can let's see, and I have calendar settings here, but actually that's not even going to be necessary. We're going to go back and okay, so as I just said, I want to embed this homeroom calendar, which really just has this open house event on it, into a Google site. And all I need to know is that I named this calendar Homeroom Calendar. So here on this page, I just have a template set up for a homeroom, simple homeroom web page, and I want to let's see, I'm going to edit this page, and really I just want to show you that the layout for this page is that I have a open section up here, and then I have 2 columns. So I have a gadget, which is actually just a blog here, and on this side of the column I want to embed our calendar. And here the layout button here shows me this very layout that I have. So I have open text up here, and then 2 columns at the bottom, which really kind of makes my layout kind of nice. All right, so on this web page, all I had to do, if I go to that again, to edit this web page, I just choose my pencil, and I decided that I wanted to put my calendar over on this side. So Google makes this really easy. I just say insert because I want to put something in here, and I find my calendar tab, and it will say, well, here are all the calendars associated with this user. I just choose my homeroom calendar. I say select. I might have a couple of sizing options here. My height 600 and is probably going to be good, but I can always come back and change that. I want to view by month, but I want to show all of my navigation buttons. So really the default is going to be very helpful. I always center this, and then when you look at a Google gadget like this, my properties tab will get me back to where I just was. So all I really have to do is save the page, and I have embedded this calendar, which has an open house event that we created right here on this calendar. So embedding a Google Calendar into a site is really pretty easy. Thanks for watching, and we always want to remember that technology, with technology we can remove the limitations of the traditional classroom and transform the way we teach and learn. Thanks for listening.